If you've been trying to lose fat, you're going to the gym, you're eating healthier, you're putting in the work, but the scale just isn't moving and you're not seeing the progress that you want to be, this video is for you. Because one of the biggest mistakes I see is that women just assume that it's not working because they're not doing enough or they need to be pushing harder. And honestly, most of the time, that's not even the problem. Usually it's just a few things that are actually keeping you stuck. So today I'm gonna be walking you through the reasons that you're not losing fat even though you're really trying hard to. Hi, if you're new here, my name's Alyssa. I'm an online fitness coach and I help women burn fat and build confidence while creating sustainable habits that actually fit their lifestyle. And if you've ever felt frustrated because you're doing all the work but you're just not seeing the results, you're definitely not alone. The first reason is that you're inconsistent, and this is probably one of the biggest reasons. I don't mean that you're never showing up, you're just not showing up every single day. And this just really comes with being super good and super disciplined, like Monday through Thursday, where you're hitting your protein goal, you're logging your foods, you're going to the gym every day, you're doing your cardio and your workouts. But then when Friday hits, it's going out for pizza, and then Saturday we're going out for, a big breakfast and wings and fried chicken. Like, I don't know, like just going a little bit crazy on the weekends and falling off. And then it's like, okay, now we feel like we have to start all over again on Monday. And this is where a lot of the guilt can come in, but really it's all about ditching this all or nothing mindset and actually staying consistent 7 days out of the week and doing a little bit every day to get you there rather than just for your work week. And of course we know, like, consistency beats perfection. And I feel like a lot of women think that they have to be super perfect to actually see results, but the reality is that you don't have to be perfect every single day, but you do need to do the things every day to get you 1% better, be a little bit more disciplined, and stick with the non-negotiables that are gonna actually get you to where you wanna be. So really, you just need to be consistent over time. Like, thinking of, okay, if I can do something every single day for 4 weeks, 8 weeks, 12 weeks, like 5 months, a year, like, you are going to be so much further along than if you just say, I'm just gonna do this for 3 weeks and then I don't know, if I don't see progress, then I'll just quit. Like, no, we're not doing that. The second reason is that you are not eating enough. And this one surprises a lot of people, but the truth is that you don't always have to be doing a crazy amount and eating as little as possible to see progress. And when we know we're under fueling our body, this can show up as skipping meals, not eating enough protein, or feeling like you have to over restrict yourself to make up for something that you ate last night. Like, this just is a really toxic cycle and we want to break that. When you're under eating for a really long time, it can lead to an increase in more cravings, more late night snacking, and going crazy on the weekends. These are all signs that you are not eating enough food and especially enough protein. And you cannot expect your body to actually thrive and give you the best energy and the best gains to get through your workout and get through your day if you're always under fueling it. Food is meant to be enjoyed. It's literally fuel, okay? And we need it to build muscle. We need it to be able to push through our workouts. We need it to be able to recover and just actually have a good quality of life. When it comes to fat loss, the goal isn't to eat just as little as possible. The goal is to actually fuel your body while still creating a caloric deficit and building muscle too in the process. The third reason is that you are so stressed and it's actually working against you. This is the one that almost nobody actually talks about. And this is where we look at your sleep quality, your stress from work, from life, like the reasons that you're not sleeping well at night. Emotional stress, like overtraining and just overdoing it. All of these things spike your cortisol, and especially as women, we really carry a lot of stress throughout our day, just worrying about so many different things and being pulled in so many different directions and different responsibilities. But cortisol is something that will show up in your life, and maybe we don't even realize it because we're just so used to being overstimulated and stressed that we don't even actually realize how it's showing up in our body and in our progress to burn fat. So you could be doing everything right, but if you are constantly stressed and neglecting your mental health, you're gonna make the process a lot more challenging than it really needs to be. And the best way to combat this is to actually just give yourself time to de-stress. And that looks like having a recovery, getting in the hot tub, doing a sauna, like stretching, going on walks, like long walks outside, or listening to a podcast, or doing journaling. Like all of these things are super overlooked. But I'm telling you, once you start implementing them in your life, your stress is gonna go way down and your body will be at a much happier baseline so it can actually burn the fat in the way that you're wanting. And that's why your body cannot perform at the best optimal level if it's always like in survival mode with how much stress you're under. The fourth reason is that your weekends are not matching your actual goals. And this one is super huge. It's kind of like how we were saying, of like eating super good all week long, super clean, no carbs, no sugar, no fast food, like all the things, right? But then that Friday, Saturday, Sunday hits and it's like, I don't need to log my foods. Like, yeah, like I should treat myself. Like I've been good all week. And while one meal isn't actually gonna make that big of a difference, it's very easy to go down a rabbit hole of like, okay, like eating 5 times out that weekend in just a span of a few days because you feel like you've been over restricting yourself, or you feel like you just don't have that discipline during the weekend. And it's more of a bigger picture, because when we talk about being consistent with our food and fueling our body, that is every single day, you guys. And it's not to say that you need to be perfect, but it is understanding and coming from a place of like, I fuel my body so I can feel good every day. And every once in a while, I treat myself to some like a sweet treat or my favorite food. And it's not because, oh, I deserve it. It's just because, yeah, like I went with friends and it was an experience, and then I just get right back onto my plan and my structure. Like that's the mindset that we're coming from, of like, fueling your body makes you feel good, and eating a bunch of fast food does not make you feel good, okay? Like our body is sluggish and we don't want to always feel that way. So that's why I'm saying, like, with the weekend vibes, like have fun, of course, but also carry that discipline that you have during your week through your weekend, and you'll make so much more progress and actually enjoy the process. The fifth reason is that you just don't have a plan. Like you're just guessing. This is where so many women get stuck, okay? Like you're scrolling on TikTok, you're doing random workouts, you're listening to this one girl who, said drink this tea and then you'll lose 10 pounds. Like, no. Social media is such a blessing for connection and information and inspiration, but I'm going to tell you this, not everybody that you see on social media that has like this great body actually knows what they're talking about. And I know it's crazy to say, but it's the truth, okay? So like for me, like I'm a fitness coach, certified 5+ years, my bachelor's degree in exercise science. I've won my own bodybuilding show. I worked in a physical therapy clinic for 5 years. Like, and it's not to like say like, oh, like I know everything, but I know a lot more than just some of the random people just posting their workouts, okay? So take my advice and just like when you do see things on social media, like use caution and like do your own research, because some people really don't know what they're saying. This is where that confusion creates inconsistency. Because when you don't know what you're supposed to do, or you're confused on what works best for your body and your goals and your lifestyle, you're inconsistent because there's not a clear plan and steps to take of like, okay, if I do this, this, and this, I'm gonna get to my goal. And this is where it's super important to structure your workouts, have structure with your nutrition, with your lifestyle. Creating sustainable habits is the best way to do this. For my clients in my program, what we focus on is building fitness around your life. Like if you have the habits that you integrate every single day, and they feel good, and they help you, to see more progress, and you have a clear plan knowing that it's meant for your body type and your physique goals and your health history, your conditions, anything that you have, you're so much more likely to actually stick with it because it's meant for you. It's meant to fit for you, and only thing you're in charge of is actually making it last and putting in the work, which it sounds like you've already been doing. So just having a clear plan, that is the best way to actually burn fat and actually see progress. The last reason is that you're just expecting results way too fast. This can show up in a few different ways. The first one is definitely through comparison of how come this girl is losing this weight so fast, or how come she looks like this, or how come I can't do this? And it's like, no, guys. I would just encourage you to see your fitness journey as your own, okay? Like, there is no timeline, there is no rush or like cause to have to be perfect. And also understand that you are unique. Your body is unique, your lifestyle is unique, the things that you enjoy doing are completely unique to you. Another common way this shows up is just being obsessed with the scale, okay? As women, I know that the scale is a thing. I totally relate to it. I've definitely been there. I definitely still have those moments. But when we obsess over the scale so much, one, our cortisol is just gonna spike up, girl. But also it's gonna create a lot of discouragement. And so within my program and my clients, I encourage them to look at the different wins throughout their week, not just scale related. The scale is going to fluctuate, okay? But just not letting it have power over you and following the structure and your routines and seeing the overall trend of it coming down gradually is what's going to actually keep you encouraged and enjoying the process. That's why the women who usually see the best results are the ones who have been doing it for longer. Burning fat takes time, building muscle takes time, being, having that hourglass body and that body recomposition takes time. And that's why at the core of it, the goal is not to get results just super fast. The goal is to get results that are actually going to last. If you're not seeing results right now, I don't want your takeaway from this video to be, okay, I'm failing. I want your takeaway to be, I just need to simplify and just adjust a few things. Fat loss does not require you to be perfect. It just requires patience, structure, and a plan. And the good news is that all of those skills can be learned. If you're somebody who feels stuck, alone, and overwhelmed, this is exactly how I coach my clients. I help my clients create sustainable routines, realistic nutrition, and have a plan that actually fits their life so that way they can burn fat, build their dream body, and enjoy the process. If you want to learn more, you can check out the link in my bio for more information and to apply for coaching. And so you're probably a lot closer to your goals than you really think. So don't you dare quit. Stay consistent, make a few adjustments, and just keep showing up for yourself.